I'm Naveen Manasvi. I'm author of a book on deep learning and guest faculty at IIT Kharagpur for AI courses. I think thanks a lot for nice intro for this. So we will start Amazon Go. That is the best shopping system in the world right now. That uses the best technology in the world. So call it deep learning, machine learning, computer vision, NLP, everything they leverage it to give the best shopping experience in the world. Right now they are existing in US, but they will be launching soon in other part of the world. So let's go into the technologies of Amazon Go. So what is the need for Amazon Go? So already we have seen the nice shopping system, shopping store and malls, but why we need to have this Amazon Go? I think still we have found out that the shopping experience can be much better than what we have right now in the world. So suppose right now you have a long queue in the billing counter, right? And go to any part of the world, go Walmart, either Big Bazaar, or any shopping store in the world, you always find the queue, especially on weekends. You also chance of the chaos in the market. You know, you have some kind of chaos, who which baby, which son, like something is mismanaged all the time. Then also we don't have always, there is some hassle while coming into the system, coming into the store and going out of the store. You know, you have to first buy everything and then pack your items into your bag at the end of the your shopping. But the we need to be more friendly, more human way to do shopping. So that's why, like, we need to have a new kind of shopping platform. That's why Amazon Go was required. Amazon Go was launched, right? So there are so many things we are going to change in this shopping world. Also, they used to understand your behavior, where you look at. You know, when you go to the store, they can figure out where you look at, what you pick. You know, what you hold. You know, when you give back. You know, they try to understand your pattern, the way you walk, the place where you stare more, things which you pick up and put it back. They understand your pattern, and when next time you go, it will be easier for you to buy. So they try to adjust, they try to make something smarter day by day, so that your shopping experience gets better day by day. You know, when you go second time and third time and fourth time, you always find better, because they understand your pattern of buying, pattern of choices. There's so many things they are solving right now. That's why Amazon Go was launched, and it is now getting the big attraction in the market. So there are like points I have put in terms of the requirement for Amazon Go launch. So you can see that. Okay, technology they used in Amazon Go. So basically they use computer vision, NLP. They try to understand what you talk about the product. You know, suppose you two guys talk there in the store, and they also know what you talk about. That they listen, that they find the intent, they find the all this recommendation about the product which you talk about. So whatever customer talk about, whatever wherever customer look at, they see everything. So computer vision uses the task of your movement in the store, your eye movement as well, item movement, picking item and all. So you can imagine the best possible deep learning technologies, machine learning technology, NLP, sensor, everything they are using right now to give you the maximum comfort, right, while buying some, while doing shopping. So they try to bridge the gap between the physical store and the digital store. You know, so digital, like when you go to the Flipkart, you buy something, right? But you don't get the shopping experience nicely. But when you go to the shopping mall, you have nice experience while picking the item and all. So both technology have some pros and cons. They try to merge both and give the new kind of experience, a new kind of experience which is more friendly, more human way of doing the things. So deep learning algorithm, they're using a lot. They are trying to have the computer vision thing tracking system through RFID and all. uh, they're trying to use the your human eye mechanism, the way human eyes understand the distance of any item. Suppose if you when you have only one camera, you cannot understand the depth, of the items and the real movement of the items nicely. But when you have two camera together, it's like a human eye, human eye. Then you can easily understand the location, distance, rotation, and all around you. That's how the Amazon Go works. They put the mostly couple of cameras together, which behaves as a eye, human eye, so that they can understand the real location, the movement, and all in a human manner. Smarter basically, compared to the typical one camera tracking. So they use the deep learning to really find out the location, rotation, and everything. So computer vision is required for a number of things: to understand the items, to understand the person, to understand the human hand, to understand the action like picking up, putting down. So they see all the pattern basically. Even they use some kind of physics and maths to understand this kind of movement nicely. So whatever you can imagine, they're using the best possible thing in terms of computer vision at Amazon Go store. Okay, let's come to the overview of this Amazon store. So 2013 onwards, they have been working on this idea. They have have some paper that time. Then 2014 they have paper. They started working on the similar ideas long back, but over the years they figure out the best possible way and then they launch it. So let's divide the work into the three things. One is the person level thing. Like suppose you have to download the Amazon Go app first, right? So when you download the app, they know your face, right? They give you some kind of QR code to you. Once you enter that QR code is used, to know that this is you, no one else, So while entering that 2D barcode is used, even while going out, someone can, okay, they can figure out that you have gone out of the system of the store, correct? So the barcode mechanism is to understand the coming in and going out, first of all. Number two, you can see that you need to have a smartphone where you can have really that app and you have a QR code. And now talk about the shelf. When you go to the store, inside the store you can see many kind of cameras, many kind of cameras there. It's like mostly the couple of cameras, just like human eye tracking. They have a human eye mechanism, so they try to have two cameras, three cameras together to really understand the pattern and the location and the rotation and all. They also have sensors of various types. Like they have a sensor of which measure the pressure. So suppose something is picked up, so the weight is not there right now. So they have a sensors which can figure out something is placed there or not. So those sensors are used to understand that something is picked up from there. That is called the pressure sensor. They feel the pressure and that can tell them ki item is picked up or not. Infrared sensors they use also. These infrared sensors are used to track your hand. So your hands create some kind of energy, some kind of wave, infrared ray basically. So they can figure out your hands are getting close to the item, and then you pick up, then you just uh, put it down. So whatever you're doing, your hands, fingers movement are being tracked nicely. That is the work of infrared sensors. They also have scales and the volume displacement sensors, which knows that some person has come, some items are placed from here to there and all. So those things are used here a lot. And the basic warehouse management system, they also have it to understand the whole movement of the whole items and all. So that is basic thing they keep also. Now, whatever you do, it goes to the cloud. So whatever you do, the data, suppose you went to the store, you are standing somewhere, you're looking at something, all data are being stored at cloud directly. And whatever you do, you just take it and put in your bag also, so they are keeping a record of each and every action in the store. One more thing I will tell you, that is a new thing in this Amazon Go, is that when you go to the store, you can just get it, like, and then put in your bag also, and you can just come out. No need to go to the counter at all. You just need to pick it up, put in your bag, and come out. No one will ask you, okay, no one will ask you to go to the counter and all. There's no counter in the system. It's a counterless system almost. You just come in, get something, put in your bag, and then come out of the store. Automatically, they will cut money, take money from your system. Already app is installed. Your bank card, whatever credit card is already linked with the app. So they will detect the money automatically from your system. So there is no counter while coming out. Okay. And to track everything very nicely, your hand movement, you're picking up, is you or not, those kind of mechanism is very complex in nature. Suppose there can be a 2-3 person near one place, but they know that it is you, not someone else. So the suppose they have to figure out who is picking the item. So they can be 2-3 person standing there only, but they can really figure out who is the person who picked the item. That's why they are using the multiple sensors, infrared to have the movement of your hand. Okay, your RFID attached with the item, attached with your barcode to track everything nicely. It's a very complex model, by the way. They also have a speaker. They also have they record what you speak there, and they find the intent on the cloud, or everything is stored, and they can understand your intent, your talking content, what's your feedback about the any kind of product and all. They figure out everything on a cloud directly. You can see this whole you can say blueprint of the Amazon Go, more or less. That is our idea. If you have any question, please ask me or put on a comment bar. I can respond it. So the main part is the facial recognition technology. They know that for the facial key point, it is you, someone, not someone else. So that is very much core of the Amazon Go. They keep a track of your face, and they know that it's you only, no one else. So there are many ways to do this facial key point detection. There are delay package in Python which you can use. You can also use deep learning methods like CNN, deep CNN and all, which can help you build a model to tell that which is the person and all. Even they also want to find out the facial expression. So while picking some item, while putting item, they also track your facial expression. You are getting happy, you are getting angry. What you do, they try to figure out. So they have a lot of focus on your face. Face to identify you, face to get your expression for particular activity. They control access, they monitor you all the time there. It's a rough idea of the cloud computing. So if you know the cloud computing, you can figure out somehow every camera has some recording, right? So there are like a pair of cameras just like behaving like a human eye. They have a video recording all time. It goes to the cloud runtime, and whatever is to be done, they do it. Suppose that you are picking some item. Now the camera records that, camera gives it to the cloud. Now clouds tells that this item is in the basket of this person. Okay, and they just add to your basket, and then they will be payment gateway there. So the whole thing you can see right now, this is very much interesting kind of thing. It's IoT plus cloud computing plus AI. Everything is attached here. You can see here, like there is some chips there, cameras there. Cameras give recording to the kinesis video system streams. Then they use the AI technology to know which is the person, which is the item and all. It keeps going to the cloud, and then the IoT tells that put in this basket, put this item in the basket of this person and all, and finally it goes to the app data store. Finally, you have to pay money to your card in the system runtime. So the beautiful design is there. You can just get a feeling of this thing. Now, future of payment. So basically, you can say that key, when you blink your eye, they can figure out you are blinking the eye. If you are getting angry, they can figure out. So whatever you do, they try to capture it, to really find a pattern. Even you can buy something, they also have a power that they can use the blinking and any other expressions to do what you want basically. So they have developed all kind of technology already. I think they will keep placing, month by month, I guess. They try to improve system based on the recommendation of the customers. But they have everything intact. They have everything with them. They can apply comment technology on this face, use the facial expressions, all this facial activity to perform some actions like a payment, maybe liking something, maybe something like that. So they can really attach those things with the face expressions through the AI. So RFID functionality. So RFID, I think radio frequency identification. So I think people know here RFID is nothing but they try to use the radio frequency, because in the computer vision, in the normal cameras, something can be hidden. So you can something can be hidden from something else. So you don't know what happened, when it's hidden from something. But this RFID can really track. It doesn't need the computer vision. It doesn't need the rays basically. It doesn't need the normal visual rays. It can track even it is hidden. So suppose you pick some items and you try to hide with something. This RFID will figure out that it is there. You can't hide from RFID. So that is the power of RFID. Cameras may not work at some places when it's hidden from something, but RFID can track it better. Number two is a very small chip you can put anywhere. So all the items have some RFID, and they can RFID reader can track the item moved from where to where, you know, placed or put down. They can figure out the movement type and all very easily, and directly it goes to the cloud. So it's the best way to track the item basically. So it's an antenna, it give a signal, and then it is really tracked basically runtime. Then it goes to the cloud system directly. Now sensor fusion we already discussed. Sensor fusion is like, suppose you have a couple of cameras just like eyes. So if you have two cameras, they can track the depth, distance nicely compared to only single camera system. In single camera, it's difficult to track the distance, the rotation, and the real depth, real distance. But when you have a two or three sensors, it's very powerful thing. It really gives you the sense of the depth. So those things are tracked. Those things can be managed in sensor fusion thing, which is not possible by the single camera work. We already discussed it already in the last slides. Now, automated technology ecosystem. So basically, see that you go to the app, you go to the store, you already have installed the Amazon Go app. App gives you the QR code. You just need to show the QR code to the system when you enter the store. Simple. Just like a metro card. You have a metro card. You just when you go there, you just place the metro card near the this system. Same way, when you go inside, you just put the QR code on the mobile next to that machine, then it open. You go inside the store now, and once you finish everything, you come back. It is automatically open. You can come out anytime. So, so coming and going out is very easy in this system. And select any goods, uh, okay, and then put in your bag whatever you have directly. Systems like a camera, sensors, RFID, and all everything is there to understand what you do, what you buy, what you keep in your bag. Okay, they track everything. No need to tell anything to anyone. No need to go to the counter because there is no counter at all. Okay, easy checkout through online payment. So once you come out of the store, within a minute or two, you will get the all this bill and all that you have taken item one, item two, item three, item four, and all, and you just come out. As simple as that. So you can ask me like what kind of deep learning AI they are using. So I can tell you the face thing they are using a lot. They are also using the object detection, which objects are there, where is place. Also, they are working on the sensor data that is like a data of IoT type. So in IoT, they can figure out in this 3D 3D space where where the things are placed from where to where, how much it is moved, when it is moved by which person and all. So per item, they know which person has come, picked what time, put down what time. Per person, they know which item they just pick it up, which item they place it, which item they keep it. So per item, everything they can track through the deep learning mechanism. Okay, and in this deep learning, what data is not just RGB data. Data can be also typical data for type data of what do you call it, sensor data, data of RFID, data of other sensors. So mix of IoT and AI, both are used a lot to enable customers to do the shopping there. Okay, so you can say YOLO type mechanism is used. Typical deep learning CNN is being used. Typical IoT based time series data analysis is being used. Time series works is being used. Recommendation engine is being used. When you go to the store 2 3 times, they know that which item you picked so far, which item you really keep it, which item you put it back. So they really track you. So they, based on those behaviors, next time they will also recommend you, that buy this one, don't buy this one. It will also help you there. So they also use the recommendation engine. Okay, and they also use the payment gateway also and all. So everything they are using basically. So we call it automated stores because they have everything ready there. Facial AI to optimize inventory, self-scan method like QR scan method, access via the mobile apps, mobile payments, everything is there. So we call it automated stores. We don't need many staff in the store. Just like you need to have a couple of guys at the gate, that's all, and no need to handle anyone, like just any customer can go inside, pick something, and and come out, as simple as that. So how might Amazon Go technology work? So as we discussed already, see, this is a store right now, like we have a self camera which can detect the which item is removed and placed in our. So you can already see that this is already, we discussed already, you have self cameras just like behaving like a human eye. We have AI to understand the movement of items and all, which person, which item, what movement, this, that, everything they can figure out through AI. weight sensors are there to understand that how much items are picked up, which items are picked up and all, placing and all. So there, everything you can see here. Bluetooth, you can, this is figure out like which devices is nearest to the shelf and all. Suppose you have a mobile app right now, you have QR codes. They can figure out you are near this place. So for every near every place, they can figure out which are the persons are there. Like suppose there can be two persons or three persons. Then they can also figure out whose body has moved and all, whose hands have moved or not, which hands has gone to pick something or not. So they can figure out through the this technology, RFID technology and all, and the infrared sensors to track your hands and all. So architecture of Amazon Go system. So as we already discussed, is cameras, combination of the sensors like RFID based sensors, infrared sensors, and all. And then they use the algorithm to figure out the movement type based on the many sensors of work and all. Facial face recognition objects from the different angles. They can track from different angle that it is you, no one else and all. RFID also reinforce that sensors can be used to detect the weight of the products while putting down, while taking it and all. They can figure out verbal comment when you pass there in a store. They can listen that, so they can to listen everything there. They can machine can listen what customer talk there. They can listen runtime, even they can find the intent or your sentiment for particular thing, particular product, and it is being recorded in a cloud computing, and that can help the store to manage it better next time. Suppose someone complains about particular item a lot, then next time they will not keep it, as simple as that. So they also listen to customers there. So you just need to speak there, that's all. They will listen to you and find intent and all this kind of sentiment and all. This is a facial key point mechanism, they use it. And so deep learning is using the facial thing and all. This is like RFID to identify the products, items, logistic, they manage movement type, when item is placed, when item is removed from the store and all. So RFID can be used for n number of things, but yeah, here we also do the same thing. Item relocation, location, movement, even payment, even your QR code movement and phone movement and all. They figure out everything there directly. Benefits to retail store, huge benefit basically. A customer find wow experience there. They find how it's possible. They just go inside, pick items, and come out. No need to go to the counter and all. No like waiting in a queue and all. No card, no card, and putting in all this card system and all runtime. No need to waste time in this system. Directly go, come inside, buy it, and take it, and go out. Simple. So fast movement, fast, efficient, smarter system. So, I mean, we can have a better, experience all time with all the customers and all. That's the best thing. Functional requirement, you need to have a sensors to sense the objects. So Amazon Go has been working on this idea for last 5 years almost, and then they launch it. It's not easy job either, because they are using every kind of sensors, RFID, infrared sensors, um, n number of sensors, cameras, which be as the eye, okay, and then RFID tags and all. So they are using the base thing, by the way, so to make it happen. And yeah, now this easy shop, someone proposed the next version of the Amazon Go also. Even you can have right now you need to have an Amazon Go app they give you the QR code, right? Per person, for each guy, there is a one QR code. Even they can replace tomorrow. They can use only face. They can only use your finger sign, your eye, your eye iris. So you can next time they can also improve it. They can remove this QR code system. They can have only face detection method to enter the space, or they can have your finger thing, or they can have a eye iris thing. So that can be in the next version of the Amazon Go also. So people have proposed a new idea of the Amazon Go also to improve it. Improve it. So they can use the facial thing a lot more, I guess. They can use the real-time customer database to understand things faster and do something runtime. So even the items can be moved. If you use the hi-fi technology, items can be moved. So when some customer go inside, they know okay, this person has come. The good items, the nice items for him can come close to him directly. So they can also improve day by day. So there can be a new version of Amazon Go also, and that's why we have discussed it now, how we can improve the Amazon Go experience further. And also this is similar concepts between Amazon Go and the Alibaba Tao Cafe. So Alibaba also has used a similar idea. Okay, so here they have replaced this QR code with the face thing. So in the Alibaba Tao Cafe, you can go inside the Alibaba Tao Cafe without any QR code system. Your face can be the identification, and you can go inside the store directly. So they use the similar ideas, but not as complex as the Amazon Go. Amazon Go has used n number of sensors and all. They are not there, I guess. So, but yeah, they also are trying to outsmart this Amazon Go. So yeah, that's the main thing we want to discuss. If you have any questions, please ask me. Right now, this is not in India. So in only in US right now you can see that, not in India. Someone asked me question, is this available in India? Answer is not right now. Okay, all about new level of new kind of shopping experience. Okay, please you can ask your questions. We can answer it. Hello, yeah. In this entire architecture, Kaushik has asked the question. In this entire architecture, what is the question, by the way? Don't you think this policy of Amazon is violating the privacy? Okay. Yeah. It so they already claim that they are tracking you a lot. They also track your facial expression, movement, type, everything. They also claim it publicly. They claim that we are tracking you a lot. So it's only customer can decide if they want to go and go. No worries. By the way, I mean in the store, no one behaves very arbitrarily. No one does something very arbitrary thing. We just go and pick item and come out. I mean, so privacy is a issue. But I don't think we really need to think a lot about privacy in the store. It's okay, I guess. But yeah, you have choice to go. But yeah, how will this course help us? So deep learning technology can solve the main things of the Amazon Go. So if you know the deep learning nicely, you can really contribute to deep learning to technology of Amazon Go. So Amazon Go, it needs to improve the models or design, and new things can come like Alibaba Tao and all. So tomorrow, Mukesh Ambani can also launch this kind of store. So I feel that this is the future of shopping experience. So there can be many company which can start this kind of shopping experience. For that, they need to hire the good guys who know deep learning and all, and that's why this course is required. What is the role of Lambda in this entire architecture? So Lambda enables something. So lambda is like it's trigger something, you know. So once something happens, it triggers something. So lambda is used for that. How to start with all these courses like deep learning, computer vision, and from where? Okay, I mean there are many platforms basically. You can learn deep learning and computer vision because every e-commerce and shopping company have to use this technology a lot, and almost every retail company has to start hiring those kind of guys who can really make it happen. In is payment with respect to this one is safe? Yes, yes, it is safe. Yeah, it's safe basically. I mean, you can trust the Amazon Go, by the way, you know. I mean, it's safe. What is the best way to source to learn AI and deep learning for a person with 5 years experience of no knowledge of Python? I think first you need to learn the Python, learn the basic of Python, and especially the package called Pandas, NumPy, Scikit-learn, and Matplotlib. These four packages are more than enough to be confident in the machine learning thing. This it won't take more than couple of weeks to master that. Okay, so just have a confidence. Just read the best blogs or some YouTube videos on Pandas package, NumPy package, Scikit sklearn package, and Matplotlib package, and just practice with some data. That's all. You will become confident in the machine learning and the data science. Okay. How they will handle if the same weight items in the store will interchange? Oh wow, nice question. So Pratik asks how they will handle if the same weight items in the store will interchange with each other from different categories by the pressure sensors. So nice question. So they also have a tracking through RFID, you know. That's why they are using the multiple sensors. They won't take any risk. They are using the RFID as well. That's why they can figure out even two items have the same weight, but RFID cannot be same, na? They can track that way. Okay, does this deep learning only for Amazon Go? Can this be used? Uh, Deep learning is for everything, everything. E-commerce is using a lot. E-commerce, retail, healthcare, IoT. Everyone needs deep learning a lot. But we are here discussing about Amazon Go because this is a feature of the shopping. Okay, retail shopping. So I feel that almost every big company in India have to make something like that eventually if they have to survive and grow. So big bazaar and whatever we call hypermarket, there are many store in India. Whatever they have to use that kind of technology if they have to attract customers because customer wants better experience all time. If one store is offering this kind of great experience, they cannot go to the other low experience kind of stores. That's why eventually every good company, retail company, have to adopt this deep learning technology and just give the good experience to the customer. So yes, uh, all the company have to use this deep learning for the retail experiences. Does NLP play an important role in this kind of story? Yes, because it listens to what customers say, and then they can change into the text, and then they can and the text they can figure out the intent, which item you talk about, what you talk about, sentiment plus positive, negative, and all. Everything they do it. What kind of jobs can we get from achieving this knowledge? Okay, you can apply for retail jobs. Retail jobs, especially retail AI jobs in retail area, AI jobs in the retail area. So once you have this kind of knowledge, you can just apply for all the retail company uh, which which are hiring AI professionals. What if cameras not work? Nothing. Then they no AI, no data, no AI. So obviously camera has to work. That is not a big thing. What do you mean by kinesis data stream? So basically, it's the way to streamline the video data. So video is a high quality data. Somehow it needs to be streamed runtime. So they really make it happen through the encoding, decoding, and all. Or they can really make it happen without lag. The video can be pulled from the camera to the cloud system and all. What if the my card not having sufficient money and I leave the store? Uh, I think they should. Good question. They can alert you. I think they can alert you that yeah, your payment you're not enough, by the way. Is are also necessary for a person to learn AI and ML? Uh, Python is okay. Python is okay. Python can be is a must nowadays. But R can be used, but I still feel that Python nowadays is a must because Python there are a huge number of packages and all. R is good, but I think nowadays Python is becoming great day by day. Can you write down the packages you mentioned? Pandas, NumPy, Pandas to handle data frame, NumPy for the NumPy arrays, sklearn, and matplotlib package. What happens if sudden failures of cameras? I mean, yeah, I mean, you lose some data, you lose some intelligence, yeah, because RFID and other sensors can give data. You can track something, but yeah, it is better to have camera. Otherwise, you can get wrong info also in the store. What if sensors will misrecognize? I don't think it happened because there are multiple sensors. So it's very low chance to mis recognize any person. So there are multiple sensors to reinforce some knowledge, reinforce some fact, to tell one fact. So your hand is being tracked by the infrared camera. So there are so many things they are doing it. So difficult to misrecognize. How does AI differentiate between two similar looking objects, say sweet lemon and orange, that look similar but RFID? So RFID can be used to differentiate. What are the numbers in last slide like? Okay, it may be the count on that number, maybe talking about something. It may be the number like that this number. What do you call it? Count location number maybe. How Amazon Go will handle if the products got misplaced by the okay, it will charge you. It will charge you because you have picked up. It will charge you because you have picked some item, and if you are not placed in your bag, it's your loss. If you place somewhere else, they feel that you have kept it. Okay, who can do this course? Anyone who is passionate? Anyone who is passionate about AI? Nowadays, coding is very easy compared to the old days. In old days, Java is very verbose, very lengthy kind of language. But Python is very smart course. 10 line of course, 10, 20 line of course are enough to build any AI model or whole AI system. Can we predict about a customer, which product they will. Yes, yes. We have a recommendation engine in Amazon Go, which know what you buy and what you have bought so far, and they can recommend you. Yes, they recommend. In future, if customer prefer more online shopping, then how it will impact in. Okay, I think it's both will exist. Both will always exist because people want some kind of physical experience also. They move around some area they want to do also. It's like balance. What are the common algorithms used? I mean, there can be collaborative filtering for that, collaborative filtering, and for the recommendation engine. There is a CNN to identify something. YOLO model used to identify the objects. Even the IoT based time series classification, prediction, classification, all happens. So there are many things they use basically. Speaker, speaker, you know, or what you told also. So basically, you also have a NLP, intent classification. Okay. Best way to start learning Python package, above book or any. You can take my book also. Okay, deep learning, na? Okay, Python. I think there are many basic books in Python based, like just read some YouTube videos. That is a nice thing. YouTube videos, I think, videos or blogs. That's all. That's all. And to read about some package only. Pandas, NumPy, sklearn. That's all. No need to think too much about Python. Okay. Can let suppose if I choose 5 products which from the respective shelf, and after roaming in the mall, then I realize I need only 3 products and drop 2 products to other items shelf. Okay, they will charge you. If you don't place, if you place somewhere else, they will charge you. As simple as that. In brief, what is the RFID in retail store with example? RFID is just something like a, suppose I told you as already that camera, you can hide from camera, but you can't hide from RFID. So they try to understand that every item has RFID attached. Okay, they can figure out this item is moved now. As simple as that. Even your phone has some RFID, so they can figure out like what item is moved and all. Even you hide from something, but you can't hide from the RFID. Camera, yeah, you can hide from the camera, but you can't hide from the RFID. They can really figure out the through the rays. That's why they use RFID. In brief, what is the RFID? Yeah, got it now. Answer now. Okay. Next question is nice question by the way. Just like it. Does every customer has unique ID which go? Yes, correct. Everyone has unique ID and they are called QR code ID. They have a QR code. So very nice to have this kind of questions. Very amused. Thank you very much.